Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Desiree and I am here with Spellbinders and we're going to combine the kits of the month this time. We are going to combine the Glimmer, the regular embossing folder, and the 3D embossing folder. What's great with the Glimmer kit for November is it's all about sentiments. And you get 2 sets of sentiments that are all together. And then you get the coordinating die that will cut all of those sentiments into banners all at once. So it is a great sentiment stash builder if you like to have sentiments on hand for those occasions that just creep up on us and we need a card in no time. We can create a quick background and get our cards done. The foil that I will be using is matte gold, and the embossing folders that I will be using for the regular one, it is called Meandering Floral, and the 3D embossing folder is called Crisscross Motif. Now, what's great with designs, or at least how I look at a design, I believe anything can be Christmas or a holiday card, and I believe anything can become a celebration or all occasion card. And I feel that it could just be that when it comes to the colors that we use or how we embellish, how we make it sparkle and shine and all of that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just glimmering up the 2 sets of sentiments and getting those ready. I have 2 panels here of Bristol Vellum cardstock. It's Canson XL. And I've pulled in some of my shimmer sprays from Illusions, from the Illusions line. And I have a yellow and I have an orange, and I'm going to pull in a red. For these types of sprays, I do like to wet the cardstock first and then add the sprays and then just keep moving it around. They will blend beautifully, and we have this beautiful shimmer that goes through the piece. And we have these beautiful waves that are going through. But I wanted a little bit more of a red to come in, so I'm pulling in one of my micas, and of course as I'm shaking this it exploded. So make sure your caps are on tight. Yes, learn from me. It's also fun. So this pink went everywhere. I'm still finding it on my desk. But you know, hey, that's the fun of crafting. So once I made sure the cap was tight, I put it in a rag and shook it. Yes, and I usually do that when it comes to that. Because remember, with any type of a shimmer spray or the mica powder sprays, you want to make sure that they are shook very well. Once I have that panel done, I'm going to come in with some distress sprays. Again, wetting the cardstock first. I have patina, salvage patina coming in first, and then I have I think it's broken china that's coming in next. I love the fact that whenever I add the water, I don't make sure I've got a complete coating. I've got droplets, and I love the fact that sometimes those droplets come through the spray and they separate themselves, so you get this splattered look. That's just really cool. Now you can make this more evident by just splattering some colors on top of these, but I do like the way that they look now. By rolling the cardstock back and forth, I'm trying to flatten it out, and I'm going to use the warm colors in the floral motif, and I'm going to use the blue shades in the 3D folder, which again is called the Crisscross Motif. These are the beautiful impressions that you get. For both of them, I'm going to add a little bit of sparkle because a card can be awesome with sparkle. Now, remember, our warm color here, we already have some shimmer because of the mica sprays that we used. But let's add some more. So I've treated this piece of cardstock with my anti-static in case I miss some areas with my heat tool. And I'm lightly brushing over this and not completely. I don't want total coverage. I like the scattered look or the non-complete coverage. I guess that comes from my whole, I love vintage and the scrappiness of it. So, and I'm just adding some gold embossing powder on top of this and just cleaning up some of the areas that got onto the background with a dry brush and cleaning that away. We're going to get this heat set so we have just these areas, just these flecks of some gold embossing powder on top of the image, which helps to pull that out even more. The camera does not do this justice because you can really see this image after you just run it through the embossing folder. For the blue, I am also going to treat this panel as well. And I'm first going, you can see I was thinking there, that's my tapping. I'm going to come in with some white pigment ink, lightly going across. It looks like I'm putting pressure, but I promise you for once I'm not. And because I used a white pigment, I'm going to pinch some embossing powder on. I just want some light flecks of some silver going through these. So I'm taking this crisscross pattern and kind of making it resemble like snowflakes. Again, simply through colors, the shimmers we're using, and so forth. Now, if you have those liquid gilding things, I forget what they're called. I'm having a real problem with that. You could use that as well and just put that down in areas. I'm going to be propping both of these panels up using some fun foam, placing my panel down and then cutting the excess away. And then I'll be using my U-line 2-inch film tape. This is very strong. It's not forgiving, but it is an awesome tape for certain techniques that I do, especially when I use a lot of water on my cardstock. It takes out the warping effect that I have, and it makes it flat and keeps it flat. So I do that to both. Now, using embossing folders and doing all of these different techniques, and with this Glimmer kit of the month, what a great gift idea. You could do all of these sentiments, glimmer them up, make a bunch of backgrounds for cards, set them up on your standard A2 size card bases or any size card bases that you want, put together 3 or 5 of them, and then just add all of these sentiments. And what a great gift for somebody that is handmade, and I'm sure that they will appreciate. For the blue, for the cooler colors, I used Christmas Wishes, and for the warm colors, I chose Happy Birthday. Now, of course, you guys know me. I'm not going to stop there. I had fun with some gems. I added silver centers to the Christmas one, and I added some gold in the small flowers and the center of the flowers for the warm color one. So 2 great cards in no time, and possibly a great gift for someone who loves handmade items and loves sending cards. And again, these are all the sentiments that you get. There are so many in all occasions, which I think is great. As always, I hope you enjoyed today's project. I hope I gave you some ideas, whether you're going to be receiving these products or whether you have a stash and can apply them too. Have fun with these ideas in creating your art. The products that I used will be listed down below, along to all of the rest of the clubs that Spellbinders has. They keep growing. If you wanted to check them out. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and make sure you ring the bell so that you know when the next video is ready. for you to view. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending this time with me. And remember, enjoy the process. Have fun creating your art. There is no stress when we create art. We laugh, we have fun, we even make messes, but they're fun messes. But also remember what's most important for me still. Always be creative, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Till then.